I think the Ranger program is an important program because it provides the opportunity for Torres Strait Islanders and like traditional owners on the outer islands to be engaged in natural resource management.
Biodiversity program came last year and the year before to Moa and Badu, and we got involved. Diversity survey is all about finding out what's in the environment, flora and fauna. And one of the methods that we used in the diversity surveys are the traps, setting traps to catch small mammals.
Just about to put in an earlier trap. This one's usually for small skanks, lizards, milmies, which is a native rat that's local to this area. This has a bait. It's made out of oats, peanut butter, and syrup. How it's set up is pretty simple. What we do is this goes down like that. The bait goes in there. Got some foliage there. That goes in there, just to make whatever we catch a bit comfortable. It doesn't stress out the animal. Usually put it under like here. Some cover. Some leaves. Set it up like that there. Just from the sun. Basically, that's how it's set up.
We collect all the traps, but it looks like there's nothing today.
Badu is one of the beautifulest islands in the Torres Strait, and the job that I have actually keeps it beautiful, not only on the land but on the sea as well. Maintaining the bush area, we kind of help keep it beautiful.
Today we're on the back of the island, a place called Galbut. We're here just to collect some coconuts to pre-bait the pig traps. We use coconuts because island pigs love island coconuts.
The best way to solve or to manage the pigs, so the community came up with a monitoring program where to set fences for pigs, and that's the way we measure it. We're getting the pigs and we're removing after when the pigs get caught in the pig traps.
Over the last week, we've been baiting the trap just to attract pigs in that here, and we've inside the trap we split coconuts inside, and as you can see, the trap's empty. And just over on my left here, you can see where the pigs grab the coconuts and took it out there to eat.
I think the most important project that I would say is the Pulu project. Pulu is regarded as the sacred island for Mobiag, and it is now protected under the IPA program. From what I hear and what I gather and what I've seen, the program is running excellently and successfully.
Just want to make sure that these signs last a couple of years before they can replace. So make sure those erected properly deep enough where people just can come and pull them off the ground.
It means a lot, basically just to look after your land and sea. There's definitely some positive things out of this program that we do. You're just managing the area for the community, I guess. Yeah, that's one of the positive things out of the Ranger program.
What would I tell people outside about Mobiag? I'd tell them come and visit, see what's here, the history, the heritage, especially coming back and seeing the Dugong Mount. As we all know 7,000 plus years. That's a statement itself. Our grandfathers were occupying this place 2,000 years before the pyramids were built. So the heritage, I'd encourage them to come back and to see this place. Changes I've seen is they've gone out and put up signs and that, and they've got like in their database where significant historical sites are on the island.
Do you yourself think, it was a good idea for us to come up with a document, with the Turtle and Dugong plan?
As one of the traditional owners, answering your question, I properly agree with this law that from white man will come to be implemented among us, and I think for that law, it's very good that come upon Yumi. And so far, for me being here, I've looked and seen that our people throughout Torres are now abiding by that law. And I strongly and firmly believe that you guys are doing good since this law been come to Yumi.
We value them so much. They work with the communities to look after our land and sea management, because it's really important to educate our children that they must see the importance and the significance of our land.
For our unit of work, or our unit that we're doing, we're focusing on bat, and that would be something in line with you, the work you make now in relation to the environment.
I think you got about 3 to 4 different species here. You got bats that eats fruit, one that's like this kai juice and them kind of thing, like honey and all the sweet nectar. And we've got bats that actually kai little grasshoppers and flies and moth and all that. And so, there's few different bats, and we got a special one of our own here. I think it's known as the Moa bat. And so we have special bats here too for our island.
The bat that Matikusa is referring to is yellow bottlenose bat. It's only found here on Moa Island, in certain pockets here. So it's funny you talk about the bat, you got a special bat that is only found here on Moa too. And I think the rangers can get a picture of that bat and bring it into school to give it to you, and you can say that this bat is only found in Australia, in Moa. It can't be found anywhere else in Australia.
Is it a reptile or is it a mammal? And we found out, maybe the senior can tell me, our bat is a
mammal.
And it is a flying mammal.
What I would like to see for Moa is that we can create a pathway, that we can create a pathway for younger generation, that we when they come through, there's this program that happens in the school, ranger so engaging in the school and teaching them about the natural environment and the preservation and all the career pathway that comes out of like scientists, marine biologists and natural biologists, and create a pathway for future generation 100 years from now.
Today we're just here at one of our cultural sites here. We had the fencing project around the cultural sites to keep away the feral animals and also the native animals, where they come in and sort of destroy the grave sites.
They're doing a good job. Like these sort of things, they go around and make a closure of the graves. I was told that because they buried here, I think they were before time, like they just took the baby and have the baby and the baby come and very close to the house. But I think it's right for them to do something about the grapes, like not only here but other places too.
The croc comes in when it's monsoon season. He comes in this creek here and hangs around in the creek, and then at night it goes back out and go along the beach in search of dogs. We have installed a motion camera in here just to monitor the crocodile. We just keep a close eye on the croc, just watch every movement of it. Get very aggressive on humans and dogs.
This was a bank about 10, 20 feet high, and now you can see it now. It's no longer there. If you look that way, there's a rock way back over that way. It's about 7 feet high, and all the sand was over it. You couldn't see it. And that's happening all along here, erosion.
To my knowledge, when I was a kid, there used to be big, high hills here. And we used to run along here, play along here. And it was out here, just about here where we are now. That was years ago. Same like Albert, I went away to work. Came back 11 years after, and the place started to erode away. And this is what's left of it. We do monitoring every week, not only here, but at the back of the hill, there's another beach there, and also around country. We go around, and not only by driving around, we also go by boat and check all the erosion, what's the damage.